beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverley and it is so lovely to see you today. In today's video we're going to be talking about elemental magic. So the first thing that I want to say is that this video was very much inspired by a video done by another YouTuber, Catherine Draconis. I will leave a link to her channel down below so that you can go and follow them and do all the good things. Go watch the video, go subscribe, do all the things. Please, the link will be right down there. So what is elemental magic? When I first heard it, I was like, this sounds like something where you're working with fairies and it's crazy and all these things happen. And it's far more grounded in things that we know and things that we probably do without thinking about it. And it's basically just working with the elements. It's working with air, fire, water, earth, and really using those elements as part of your spell work, as part of your life. And I've always done this. I love working with the earth. I love working with different elements. And so it really spoke to me. It opened my eyes to this whole other realm of magic and magic use that I didn't even know about. And I love that. I love realising that I've always naturally done these things. And now it's just bringing it into my life and using it on a day-to-day basis. So today we're specifically talking about the air element. So yeah, working with the air, working with wind, working with breath, that sort of thing. And it really inspires me to think about how much we take air for granted, because we can't see it. We know it's there because it keeps us alive and it encompasses so much of the natural world. Everything uses air in some way, yet we can't see it. So we kind of take it for granted. And just researching, yes, I have a list of notes. Just researching for this video really inspired me and opened my eyes up to just being grateful and feeling blessed and really taking in how much we rely on air. And yeah, especially right at the moment, there's, as we all know, Australia is basically on fire. It's a nightmare. And I was thinking about how it must feel for Australians at the moment, if they're living even close to where the fires are. Air must be hard to get to. Smoke, ash, that sort of thing is going to be all around you, and it's going to make it hard to breathe. You're going to have, you know, if you're asthmatic, you're going to be struggling. You're going to have more people ending up in hospital. And it really just opened my eyes. I think it's important to take a step back and think about the things that we take for granted sometimes. So this really got me fired up to enjoy the air a bit more. So the air element works with certain astrological signs. It works with Libra, Gemini and Aquarius. So if you're any of those, you will probably feel a great affiliation for the air element. I am a fish sign, I'm Pisces. I definitely want to find out all where, you know, I don't know how it works, like the birth chart, so you know what your moon sign is and all that kind of thing. It blows my mind, the whole thing, but I would love to find out exactly where it all is, because I very much feel connected to earth energy, and yet I'm a water sign, and I've never liked the water. I've always been terrified of the water, so it'd be interesting to find out how that's reflected in my astrological signs. So if you feel an affiliation for air but you're not one of these, it might be that it's somewhere else in your chart. I can't explain that any better, because it just blows my mind. It boggles me, it really does. Also, the air element is associated with certain things that we do. So if you're doing a spell, for example, for a certain situation, you might need to work with the air element to make it work a bit better. According to my notes, it works best with intellect, communication, analysis, invention, cleverness, balance, empathy, memory and logic. So if you, for example, are doing a spell that is to help you communicate better with a somebody that you work with, it might do you some good to incorporate the air element into your spell work. It's by finding out these sorts of things that you can really like make your spells work even better. And it really interested me to find that out, because I was like, wow, it works with certain things like memory. If you want to find something or remember something, then maybe bringing air element into it is going to make the spell even better. I love that. Air element does work with Fae as well. Now, fairies, some people out there are probably going to think they're just made up beings. You can believe what you want to believe, but it works best with sylphs, and these are cloud beings. Angels, of course, and any kind of animal that takes flight, but birds, bats, that sort of thing will work really well with the air element. And so if you're working with a particular spirit animal, for example, you know, it all comes together. So there are several ways that I thought of that you could work with air, and it's how I've been doing it naturally without even really thinking about it. I think a lot of this kind of elemental magic we do naturally as human beings, because we are close to the elements. We are naturally grounded with the elements. It's how we're supposed to live. And so it just comes to us, and we don't always realise what we're doing. So one way is cleansing. Obviously cleansing your house using sage and smoke. You were incorporating the fire element, and immediately thought fire element, cleansing. But of course, what moves the smoke? It's the air, it's wind, it's breeze that's in your house that carries the smoke and clears out the negativity. I love the thought of sage and working with incense sticks and smoke, and really thinking of, you know, if you've got a spell you need to, say you're doing a banishment spell, or you're trying to get rid of something and you're going to burn something, what's going to carry it away? Air. So smoke moves through the room and really cleanses. The scent, smells are heavily influenced with the air element. There may be times when you've walked past a building or gone to a place and been like, there's something here that reminds me of when I was at school when I was 5 and we were in painting class. And you'd be like, where did this memory come from? And it's associated with the smell. That is working with the air, that's working with the air element. So it's little things like that. Oh, a memory. Oh, it's all coming together. Oh, see, this is what I love about researching and finding things out about witchcraft and about, you know, this whole spirituality, spiritual journey, that everything seems to slot into place. And I just start reading about things and I think, hold on, that comes back to this and this. And it's like this huge jigsaw puzzle that I'm trying to figure out, and I keep getting given a different piece that slots in somewhere and brings two things together that I thought had nothing to do with each other. It's amazing. I love it. If you have any like moments like that, doesn't it just blow your mind? It blows my mind, definitely. So the way I also work with wind is if I'm out, say I'm taking the dogs out and we're walking somewhere and I'm having negative thoughts and it's windy, I'll pause for a moment, I'll close my eyes, and I'll imagine that wind just blowing straight through me and blowing all that negativity, all that negative energy straight out the back, straight away on the wind to be reused and recycled. It's gone. See you later. Wheat is done. I love doing that. It feels amazing. You can, like, when you're good at using your imagination, and you can visualize things, just the thought of, you know, all this, I always picture it as like black smoke coming out of the back of me, or coming out from my heart center, or whatever I'm imagining at that time. The negativity just seeping away on the wind and being blown away just feels so good. I definitely recommend that you try it next time you're out for a walk or you're out somewhere and it's windy. Just imagine all that negativity blown away. It feels so nice. And another really simple way of using air energy is just meditation. Just taking a moment, concentrating on your breath, thinking about that breath coming into your body and going out again, relaxing, calming your heart rate, calming your mind. It's a great use of air. It's a great use of the breath. It's a way of calming and slowing down the mind. It's so invigorating. It's so lovely. It just brings everything down to a level that you can cope with. And I just love doing that. Meditation is one of my favourite things to do. It's also one of the hardest things to do. But anything worth doing is hard, isn't it? Like, nothing's easy in this life. And I definitely find meditation to be one of the hardest things, but it's so incredible when you come out of a meditation and you've really been in it and you've really been mindful in that moment and it's worked. Oh, it feels amazing. And I just love breath work. A lot of breath work is also done as part of yoga, and as you all know, I love yoga. Breath work is really important in yoga, and there's lots of different ways, like alternate nostril breathing, stomach breathing, all these different things that people do as yogis and meditators that just help your body, help your mind, and it's amazing. I love it. And one last way, and this may sound insane, I have 2 dogs, as you know, and I brush them regularly, and you get all like their hair stuck in the brush. What I do is I take that hair and I go outside and I kind of hold it up and let it go in the wind, and it will blow away. Birds can use it as bedding, animals use it for warmth. It's great, and it just kind of blows away to where it's supposed to be, wherever that is. I love doing that because it's like giving an offering to nature, to Mother Earth, saying, here, have this offering, you know, I can't use this. It's much better than just throwing it away. And to feel like I'm giving an offering to the earth that a bird can use in their nest, that an animal can use to keep warm, just feels so nice. It just feels like you're giving something back. You're honouring the wind, you're honouring the animals and nature. I love giving offerings in my everyday life, and it's not always the things that you would expect. I don't leave offerings on my altar. I have a little bit of an altar up here, but it's not really an altar. I don't really have an altar. Yeah, I don't always leave things on my altar, but I will like offer bird seed when I go out for a walk with the dogs as like an offering to the earth. That sort of thing. It's just like an everyday thing. And this is like, I brush the dogs. What am I going to do with this hair? It's no good to me, but it can be used by the earth, by the animals, and it feels really good to be able to just give back in such a beautiful, powerful way. Elemental magic is something that we can all practice on a daily basis. That's what I love about it. You don't have to have, you know, everything out, special tools and things. You can just go and be out in nature, go out for a walk, and you don't look like a strange person. Like, you don't have to have this whole witchy aesthetic. You can just be somebody throwing birdseed to what people see, but to you it's, here Mother Earth, have this birdseed that will feed the animals around me, but that is offering to you. And I love that. I love this whole area that I've discovered. Thank you to my fellow YouTuber for really inspiring me to look into this more. So every month, for the next couple of months, I'm going to be doing a different element. We started with air. Let me know down below if you work with the elements, if you enjoy any of these things, if you're going to incorporate them into your practice. If you've never heard of it before, let's get talking about elemental magic down below. I'd love to hear how you incorporate it into your practice. It's so interesting. It's a whole area that I just love so much, and I just really want to explore even more. So I hope you're going to enjoy exploring that with me. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to head down there and leave me a cheeky little like, so I know you enjoy videos like this. I hope that you did. I really got so much out of just making notes and reading up about air in order to do this video. It's been such an incredible journey and I'm really enjoying it, so I hope you are as well. And if you enjoy content like this, if you enjoy talking about disability and chronic illness and vintage fashion and living a good life, talking about magic, things like that, definitely head down there and hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays. My health permitting, I do my very best to be here as much as I can. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a really, really wonderful week ahead. I hope you're having a lovely day and I'll see you next time. Bye!